Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with the beautiful Karina, my lovely prometida. And Athena jumps right in there. And Athena said, "So happy for you. Thank you, Athena. We appreciate you." Now, I took a week off from the live stream, okay? I took a week off during the time when we were getting the medical exam done. We were getting the blood drawn for Karina, and then we had to go to the scary visa interview. And she passed the scary visa interview successfully, no problems. Questions were pretty interesting. And so they approved her visa. They gave us the white letter, the carta blanca, the white letter saying, welcome to the United States, your visa's approved. Okay, but we just got to get one other document, which is an Interpol police certificate. Okay, so because Karina's Venezuelan, living in Colombia for 5 years plus, we got the police certificate online. We thought it was the way to do it. That's what they said to do. So we got the police certificate online for her, but the immigration officer said, no, you got to have an Interpol police certificate too. So they said, we approved your visa, you're good to go, but we just need this Interpol police certificate, which is for people. So if you are a foreign national living in Colombia, and you go in for your visa interview, make sure you get the Interpol police certificate too. And let's make sure we don't. And Sissy says, so happy for you both. I've been waiting on this video. We've been waiting for it too. Greg Lamping, awesome. KJB, congratulations. Diego and Karina, thank you. Tasha's Lynn World, congratulations, Diego and Karina. Susie Goldemes, congratulations. Thank you, Susie. And Diane Robinson, congratulations. Thanks, Diane. And Francois Livingston. Francois, good to see you, Frank. And congratulations for us. Twan Benson, congrats to both of you. Awesome news. And Tasha Slinny's World, I'm still in refusal from 30 of October. You're not in refusal, you're in a holding pattern. Okay? You just got to, you got a 221G, right? It's no big deal. You just got to work through it. It's not a denial, okay? It just means you're on a hold. We're on hold right now. We got the visa approved. We got the white letter. It said you got permission to. They took Karina's passport from her. They asked her a bunch of questions, which were interesting, and I'll go over the questions with you. If you are interested in knowing what were the questions that she was asked at the embassy interview in Bogotá, I'll tell you. Warrior Fitness Camp. Congrats, Diego and Karina. I was able to meet Karina. We also got approved. Yay! Stay well. Thanks for all your help. Warrior Fitness Camp. Good to hear. There's good news. Dane Phillips. Have our interview in Bogotá in January. Okay, that's good. How does it work when you get there? What do they want? What do you want? Well, you got to make sure you get all. When you go for your medical exam, and you're permitted to get some medical exam done, the doctor will give you a list of documents that are required by the immigration officer at the embassy interview. Then you're going to put those documents in order. You're going to get a list from the doctor. He's going to say, look, here's a list. This is how you got to present your documents, okay? It's not hard, guys. Edwin Gomez, congratulations, Diego and Karina. I'm really happy for you both. Thank you, Edwin. Andrea de la Horse. Hi, Diego and Karina. Hola, Andrea. Andrea. High five. Dina, congratulations, Diego. Bill Kennedy, congratulations to you both. My fiance interview with the U.S. Embassy in Rio de Janeiro is upcoming Tuesday. Now remember, when you interview at the embassy in Rio de Janeiro, you gotta make sure your fiance has a singleness letter that she will sign in front of the immigration officer. Texas Lean's World, yes, I'm waiting on my medical results. You got this. You good? Twan Benson, could you tell us what questions was asked? Sure. I'll go over those 1 second. Kamini Young, congrats. I am interested in the questions. Christopher Brown, were you able to get a second medical report for the adjustment of status? Yes, we got 2. Craig Williams, hello, Diego and Karina are finished with the process. Well, almost, Craig. We are finished with the process, but we got to get an Interpol police certificate. The immigration officer said, where's the Interpol police certificate? And Karina said, what the heck is that? Where on the U.S. Embassy website does it say I need an Interpol police certificate? There's nowhere. He said, well, you've lived in Colombia for 5 years, so the Colombian police certificate isn't good enough. You got to have an Interpol police certificate. So we said, okay. Karina got her visa approved. They took her passport and they put it aside. And then I've got to upload this Interpol police certificate into the SIAC system, which is easy. And Dane Phillips, how long was the interview? It was about 10 minutes. Cita, ¿cuánto tiempo cita? 10 minutos?
Sí,
It's about 10 minutes. It was fast, okay? Life in North Carolina. Hello, Diego, from Greensboro, North Carolina. Okay. They asked Karina, okay, so Karina is in front of the scary immigration officer. They sorted out all of her documents. They helped her put them in order and all that jazz. They told her the police certificate was no good, so they tossed it aside. They said, we got to get a new police certificate from Interpol. Okay, it's no big deal. We know how to do that. So we've already applied for that. Now, they asked Karina, do I have a brother? They asked her, do I have a brother? And Karina said, yeah, I just got a brother, Diego. Diego Hermano Vivo aquí. Diego's brother lives here in Florida, and his name is this. And so they asked that question. They asked her, how many times have I been to Colombia to visit with Karina? How many times? How many trips did I make to Colombia? And the immigration officer's at his computer writing, and Karina said, well, he's been to Colombia 4 times. Dina Ali, super chat. Thank you, Dina. Much appreciated. Now, there's no Mountain Dew in Colombia. None. There is no Mountain Dew in this country. So I'm on Coca-Cola. So I will be able to buy more Coca-Cola tomorrow, Dina. Thank you.
Gracias.
So questions. How many times have I been to meet her? Well, Karina said 4 times. He lived with me for 5 months. He lived with me for 10 months. He made 2 trips after that, and now I am here right now. Immigration officer wrote in the computer what she said. They asked Karina. Let me see. What other questions did they ask? Man, I can't remember. Pregunta para ti, inmigración.
¿Cuántos años en Colombia?
Sí.
Número 1.
4 times.
Dirección de tu casa.
Okay, they asked Karina this question. The immigration officer said, where are you going to be living in the United States? What's the address?
¿Cuántas veces yo vi?
And Karina said, well, this is my address in Florida. And she routed off her home address, like she lives there. Well, she does. And the immigration officer's like, wow.
¿Cuántas veces yo proceso visa?
And then they asked her, have you ever been to the United States before? They asked her, have you ever been to America before? She said, no, I've never been to America. Have you ever been processed a visa before? Have you ever processed a visa? And she said, no, never tried to process a visa. This is my first time. They asked her, what is my job? They said, what is Diego's job? What does your future husband do for a living? And she said, well, he sells houses. And the gentleman, it was hombre, said, oh, okay. The gentleman wrote in the computer that I sell houses. But you have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, immigration already knew the answers to these questions. Okay? Immigration already knew the answers to these questions. There's this computer, and there's a white sheet right here with the questions he's asking plus the answers. So when the immigration officer asked Karina, do I have a brother? She said, yes. What's his name? She told him his name. On the white sheet was, I have one brother, and this is his name. They asked her, how many times have I been to Colombia to visit with her? 4 times. They knew already I've been here 4 times. Okay? They asked her, what do I do for a living? I sell houses. He knew that already. He knew that my job was to sell houses. And so when Karina responded to the questions, it was rapid and quick.
¿Cuánto tiempo estuvo en Colombia?
And then, yeah. So basically, the immigration officer is asking Karina questions that he knows the answer to already because it's already in the I-129F. It's already on the I-134, the Declaration of Financial Support. And let me see here. Dina, happy for you guys. Angel, Angel Manuel Julian Casado. Hello, first, congrats both. How long should we expect to wait for the ready status until we receive the packet? It's 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, give the embassy time to process. Cody Locks, congratulations, thank you. The mosquito guy. Hello, thanks, sending love and hugs from Florida. Well, I need to be in Florida with Karina, and it's not going to be much longer. Mohammed, congratulations. Amy, so are you guys on a hold 221G at this time until you provide the document? Yeah, we're on a 221G hold until I get the Interpol document. Immigration told Karina, your visa's approved. Okay, they approved the visa. They took her passport. They put these little like hair clamps around it, and they said we just need the Interpol document, and then we'll put it in, and then you're good. So we process. It's in process right now. It's no big deal. A 221G is no big deal. It is if you don't understand if it's bad or good. A 221G isn't a bad thing. It just means that we're missing a document that I was not aware of. So now I'm aware of it. If I knew about it, I would have already had it in her paperwork. But I didn't know. Karina didn't know. There's no information on the embassy website saying this is a requirement. But because Karina has lived in Colombia for 5 years, they need an Interpol police certificate, not a Colombian police certificate. Okay, so Karina emailed Interpol and said, and with her passport and her cedula, and said, hey, I need a police certificate. And then she went down to the office of Interpol in Bogotá face to face, and the secretary said, yeah, no problem, just wait a couple of days and we'll get it to you. It's easy. It's no big deal. Denise Jefferson, hey Diego and Karina, it has been painful waiting to hear your news. So happy to see you both. Congratulations. Denise, thank you for your kind words, and we appreciate your undying support for this channel. We appreciate you very much. And there's no words. Karina's very, very happy to get her visa approved. She's looking forward to getting to Florida, where we will continue the live stream for you guys. Now, I took a week off, and I'll tell you why I took a week off. First of all, first I got the flu, okay? I got the flu, the Bogotá crud. Then, once I got the flu, I got mountain sickness. Now, I've been in Colombia for a year and a half at 10,600 feet, and I've never once ever got mountain sickness. But the day before her visa interview at the embassy, I got mountain sickness from the altitude. My body said, hey, you need to get to 5,000 feet. And Karina's like telling me, get down. We got to go someplace like Villa de Leyva or Chauchi. We got to get down to a lower altitude because my body was in bad shape from the mountain sickness. So I got the flu, I got the mountain sickness, and then I got dental surgery I had on my 2 front teeth, and I lost my voice. So for a whole week, so it's about 2 live streams, I couldn't do it. Number one, I was just totally worn out from doing all this immigration stuff, but I couldn't talk. Okay, I was sick, and I got better this morning. This morning has been my best day in a week. But I'm an old retired Navy senior chief, and stuff like this doesn't bother me. Okay, getting sick, getting mountain sickness, it's just an experience to remember. But I was like really mad because I've never been mountain sick before in the Andes Mountains. So there you go. That's why we're a week late, but I needed a time off. Dina, your case is in transit to the consular section. Okay, your interview date was provided to you by the National Visa Center. They mean, okay, but the thing is, Dina, the thing is this, you need to email the National Visa Center and ask them, what is the date of your visa interview? Send them an email, an inquiry, and say, thanks for the message, but when is the interview date? Send the inquiry, and then print that email so you got evidence of your communication. They'll tell you. They're gonna tell you. Sharon Persikian, hey, yay, congratulations, Dina. But when I emailed them, they said no. Okay, so what you got to do, Dina, is email the embassy and ask them, do you have my case? Email the embassy. Do you have my K1 visa package? You're in Dubai. It's going to Dubai, right? I'm trying to remember. You got to keep contact. You got send inquiry to the embassy, send an inquiry to the embassy. Eventually, they're going to tell you what the status is of your visa. You're going to get it, okay? They didn't forget about you. Dina, Christopher Brown, were there any questions not on the I-129F? Were there any questions not on the I-129F? Well, they asked Karina, do I have a brother? She said, yeah. And they said, what's his name? She told him his name, but that information wasn't on the I-129F. But they knew it already because I had included him in the K-1 visa package as a guest at our wedding. So immigration knew I had a brother and he was going to be a guest at our wedding. So they knew that they asked Karina that she better know that. She better know I got a brother. And so they asked her, do I have a brother? Yeah. How many? One. What's his name? Boom. Boom. Karina, rapid, right off the, she's standing there like a military, she's standing there like a lieutenant in the Navy, not afraid of this guy. He's trying to intimidate her, and she's not afraid. And he's like, whoa. And he writes the name, and he's reading off a sheet. The computer's here, and here's a sheet of paper with the questions that they've already pre-planned. They asked her, how many times have I been to Colombia to be with her? She said 4 times. He lived with me for over a year and a half in 4 different spaces of time. The immigration officer knew that already. He knew it. He knew it. He knew it. And Karina, boom. Now, if Karina said 3 times or 6 times, then that's a problem, right? They asked her the question, what do I do for work? Oh, he sells houses. And he also does stuff on YouTube now. And he looked at her like, oh, YouTube? Oh, very nice. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to drink some Coca-Cola, okay? I'm still getting over this flu. I had flu. It was horrible. I'm at 10,300 feet above sea level with the flu, with no front teeth. These are temporary caps, and going through an immigration process. It can't be any more fun than this, right? And there's no Mountain Dew in Colombia. It sucks. Dina, your case is in transit to the consulate section. Okay, Dina, if your case is in transit, you need to wait now for the ready status. Okay? Give it 2 weeks, give 2 to 3 weeks, and you'll get the ready status. When you get the ready status, then you're going to wait 2 to 3 weeks, and you're going to get the K1 FTP email, which is your welcome letter. We should have already got that. And then you're going to wait for the packet 3, packet 4 email. That's going to be giving you the directions to process the visa interview. Okay? Relax. Dina, you've got this, okay? That mean they did it? No, it means, Dina, when it says in transit, it means your visa package is in an airplane flying to Dubai, I believe. Okay? You just got to wait now. Wait for the ready status, okay? And we just got a super chat from Sharon per second. Thank you, Sharon, for that fantastic super chat. I tell you what, this has been one experience that you guys are going through, and we went through it, and we've gone through it, and I've been through it twice. But things have changed a little bit in the way they process things, like the Interpol certificate. I mean, who knew? Who knew that we would need an Interpol certificate? But they said we need it, and we said okay. And then Karina said, "Was my visa approved? What's going on?" And they said, "Oh yeah, your visa's approved. Here's the blanket card. Here's the white letter. You have been you'll be welcome to the United States of America. Your visa's approved, and all this jazz." And I think I got to pay another visa fee. I think. And they said, as soon as you get us the Interpol certificate, give us about 10 days to process it, and we'll get your passport to you. So that's it. So don't worry if you get a 221G because of a missing document, or they need extra information. Don't worry about it. Just get them the information. It's not stopping your visa. It's just slowed it down. So it's going to slow it down for us probably 2 weeks. But I got another dental appointment on December 1st to finish up my dental work. So, okay, So to me, it's no big deal. Karina, is no big deal. I got to go to the dentist December 1st, finish up, fix my teeth, finish this teeth work, and then we plan our trip to the United States. Dina, I meant not to. They're not answering me, saying we transfer your K1 to Abu Dhabi. Okay, your K1 visa, Dina, is on the way to Abu Dhabi because you changed it. Sharon Persekian, mine still says case in transit. Yeah. So what you're waiting for, Sharon, is the ready status. Okay, it's no, just waiting for the ready status. Then when you get the ready status, then you're going to get the packet 3, packet 4 email, which is going to be giving you directions on how to process the visa. And if you get stuck, I'll help you. But the directions are very clear on how to do it. The only directions that were not clear to me were that I had to get Karina an Interpol police certificate because she's a foreign national living in Colombia greater than 6 months. So if you are from Venezuela and you live in Colombia and you've lived in Colombia longer than 6 months, you must get a Interpol police certificate, not a Colombian police certificate. The lady looked at the Colombian police certificate and said, "This is not, it's irrelevant." And Karina's like, "What the heck?" She's like, meow, meow, right? And then they told her, "You got to have an Interpol police certificate." And she said, "Okay, how do I get that? Where do I get that?" And they gave her a green sheet of him and said they checked this box and they said, "Go to this website and ask for it, and you get it, and then upload it, and you're good." So that's what we did. And then Karina went face to face with the Interpol downtown Bogotá and said, "Hey, I need this certificate. My passport is at the U.S. Embassy in Bogotá, and they need the certificate so they can stamp my visa." They said, "We'll get it to it when we get to it. Give us a few days. Don't count weekends." So we figured maybe 10 days it's going to take to get that police certificate. Then I'll upload it, and then we're done. But I got to stay in Colombia until December because I got to get these teeth fixed. And my dentist in Florida said he's going to bill me $6,300. And my dentist here in Colombia said he'll do it for $1,500. So I thought it was going to be $600, but it's 2 teeth. I got them both done. If it was 1 tooth, it would have been $600. But he did both teeth, and it cost me $1,500. And that's better than $6,300. And I'll stay in Colombia a little bit longer to get the deal on the teeth. And we just got another super chat from Angel Tate.
Yeah.
Angel Tate, thank you. Angel says, "Congratulations, guys. I'm so happy for you both. I got my NOA2 letter in the mail. Case numbers are being issued in a month." Very good, Angel. Now be patient while you wait for the MVC case number. Oh, no, I'm sorry, guys. My throat is just dead. So yeah, Sharon, your case is in transit. That's good. Now you're waiting for ready status. Dina, then I'll check it's ready. I don't know what to do next. Who's going to send the appointment letter? Dina, when you get the ready status, then you have to wait for the packet 3, packet 4 email. When you get the packet 3, packet 4 email, it's going to tell you what you have to do to schedule the interview. It's going to send you to links. Go to this link. Click on this. Then you do the DS-160. Click on this link. Pay the visa fee. Then it takes you to a calendar. Then you look for an open day, and you look for a day, and you schedule the interview. Dina, you are good. Relax, okay? Dina, if I could send you a super chat, I would. Okay, to help you relax. You just gotta relax. You're good. Your visa is in process. Brian and Jacqueline, congratulations, Diego and Karina. Thanks, Brian and Jacqueline. Hopefully, Jacqueline is in the United States soon. Everly Anderson, congratulations to you both. Thank you, Everly. And Dane Phillips, where did you guys wait outside the embassy to be called in? I heard it was across the street. Mi amor, tú esperas donde en Baja Estados Unidos. Tú esperas donde. En calle?
En calle, pero
There was
15 minutos.
Okay, she went to the embassy. There was a line. She got in the line and she waited 5 minutes and they took her in. There's and then she waited for an hour in the embassy for the interview.
Yo número 3 entrar.
And Karina was number 3 in line for the visa interview. Now, let me tell you something, guys. When you go to your K1 visa interview, put on a business casual attire, please. Dress business casual. For ladies, a nice, pantsuit or whatever. And guys, wear a jacket and a collared shirt. You don't have to wear a tie, and don't wear jeans. There were people lining up for B2 tourist visas. They were in line for their tourist visa in ripped jeans, ball caps turned to the side. I need to shave, but they weren't shaved. Their clothes, they didn't take care. They were dressed like they were, they just got off a work crew at Walmart. No disrespect to Walmart. And the immigration officer looks at the person and says, "No, your tourist visa is denied. You dress like a slob. You got to dress nice." Immigration officers make decisions on first appearances. Okay? If your first appearance in front of the immigration officer is bad because you can't dress yourself and you don't take time with your face or your hair or your clothes, there's a possibility the immigration officer is going to say no to your visa. And this person, there was a family of five, mom and dad with 3 kids, dressed like slobs, torn jeans, the kid snot running out of his nose. And the immigration officer says, "No." They waited 2 years for their visa. They paid for 5 visas, okay, at $265 a pop or whatever it is. All right, that's a lot of money. And because the immigration officer looked at them and said, yeah, when you get to America, you're not coming back to Colombia. This is a one-way trip. He said no. So, word to the wise: dress for success. And we got a super chat from Denise Jefferson. Denise, thank you. In case you're wondering, we missed you guys. The longest week ever again. Denise, we won't. I promise not to go that long again. But I was sick down with the Bogotá crud, the flu, and then I got mountain sickness. And when you get mountain sickness with the flu, you can't breathe. So Karina's looking at doing an evac to me down to 4,000 feet. She was telling me I got to get to a low elevation because I can't breathe. And I battled through it for 24 hours. And I'm an old retired Navy guy, Navy senior chief. So I handled it. Okay, so now I'm good. It's just my voice is bad. So I'm sorry if my voice sucks. Let's see here. Let's get through these questions, okay? So Dane Phillips, the question was, where did you guys wait? We waited out on the street for 5 minutes. Well, I didn't. I was sick. Karina waited for 5 minutes and then she went in after 5 minutes and then waited an hour and then they called her name, Karina, front and center for the security visa interview. And first she went to a table. It's about this high, and they put all her documents on the table, the lady, and then she sorted them out and put them in order. My divorce decree, her birth certificate. Now, one thing I learned also, the embassy in Bogotá, Colombia, no longer requires you to translate documents into English. Okay, I spent a fortune translating all these documents into English, and there's no apostille required either. The immigration officer looked at Karina and said, "Thank you for translating all these documents into English, but it's not necessary anymore." 8 years ago, when I went through this process, I had to translate documents into English. So I'm telling you guys right now, if you are in the embassy in Bogotá, Colombia, going for your visa interview, you go in, you go through the security check, they throw all your documents up on a big table, they put them in order, and then they throw out what's not required, don't need this, don't need that, and then they clamp it, and then you wait your turn, then you go in front of the visa officer, and you ask for about 10 minutes, they asked her questions, but you already knew the answers to the questions. They knew it already. And I knew that already. So I prepared Karina. I said, "Karina, the questions they're going to ask you, they already know the answer to. So make sure you are spot on with the answer." And she was right on it like a Navy lieutenant. So I saluted her, chief to lieutenant. Okay, she did good. Remember, this is a mind game. Immigration are trying to figure out if your relationship is real. If you're trying to defraud the United States out of a green card, they're trying to figure out who's real and who's not real. Okay. So Dane, that's the answer to the question. Girl Dragon, woohoo, Diego and Karina, congrats to you. Thank you, Girl Dragon. Sorry, guys, sorry. Dina, glad you're okay. Yeah, I'm good. I mean, I've been in Colombia, 25 times, and I've been with Karina 4 times, lived with her a year and a half. Never once have I got mountain sickness. Never once. And I got it. And I knew what it was. And my body was telling me, you got to go down 5,000 feet, Diego. You need to get down to 5,000 feet, 4,000 feet, like today. It was horrible. Craig Williams, I hope you get that visa soon. We have a 221G with no request for documents. They've retained the passport. Yeah, when they retain the passport, Craig, it means that your visa's approved. They're just doing extra stuff. For us, in our case, they just needed a police certificate that there is nowhere on the planet that says we got to have. I looked on the embassy website. I said, there's nowhere. The only way we would know that we needed this Interpol certificate was by the immigration officer telling us. And they told Karina, this police certificate is no good. Why not? It says extranjero, foreigner living in Colombia. No, you got to have the Interpol. Okay, where in the planet does it say we got to have this certificate? Where in the rules? It's my rules, and it's on this checklist. Okay, so we applied for the Interpol certificate, and we're just waiting for it.
5 minutos distancia.
Karina left the embassy, went to Interpol. It's close to the embassy. Then she came home. Then she told me, and then we did. Then she processed we opened up the laptop and got her Interpol certificate. It's in process, so we're just waiting for it. Everly Anderson, congratulations to you both. Dane Phillips, where did you guys wait? Outside in the street? Let me see. Adriana Sarango Nunez, congratulations. Diego and Karina. GLK Dog, when does Karina get her visa? Well, she'll get her visa as soon as the Interpol Police Department email me the police certificate, and then I have to upload it to the SEAC system, to the embassy. Then they look at it, and then they'll put her visa together. So it's going to probably be about 2 weeks, probably 2 weeks. But I'm in Colombia anyway through middle December because I got this demo work I got to get finished. So to us, it's no skin off my nose or Karina's nose. It's just more paperwork. It's more bureaucratic BS. Okay, but we follow the rules. You know. Let me see. So when does she get her visa? Probably in about 2 weeks. Gio Daw, okay. Adriana Sarango Nunez. Thank you for the corazones. Curly Locks, we got approved in Saudi Arabia. Nice. They gave him a 221G saying nothing else is needed. Yeah, okay. That's no big deal. Embassy person said approved, but in the system isn't working, so I can't enter anything right now. Okay. So in Saudi Arabia, your K1 visa was approved. They gave you a 221G saying your visa is on hold until their computers get back up and working. A 221G administrative hold is not a bad thing. Don't be scared by it, okay? I wasn't worried about it. I saw the 221G. I said, okay, so what do we need? Oh, we need this. Okay, Karina's right on it. It's just a process. They told Karina, welcome to the United States. Your visa's approved. Please give me your passport. They clamped it with one of them big hair clip things. And now we're just waiting for this Interpol police certificate, which comes from downtown Bogotá. Curly Locks, I hope you feel better, Diego. Curly Locks, thank you. I tell you, for this week, getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I accompanied Karina to the medical doctor's office. We went there 3 times. They did the X-ray, the chest X-ray, and then the doctor called her up on the next day, 11 o'clock in the morning, and said, oh, you need to come back. We need to repeat the X-ray. We didn't get it right or something. And we're like, seriously. We live an hour away from the medical center, okay? So we're on 3 buses. We go back to the medical center. We do the repeat chest X-ray, and then we're put on a. The doctor says, well, we'll call you if there's any problems. And they didn't call us. And they didn't call us. And we waited. And they didn't call us. Boom. Medical exam's good. Blood work's good. Everything's good. But you know, the radiologist obviously moved Karina when they took the picture, and it blurred it a little bit. So the picture had to be redone. You know, but the thing is this: the radiologist knew that she did that on the day that she did it. So instead of telling Karina, I'm sorry, Karina, we have to repeat the X-ray because I accidentally didn't take the picture properly. No. They made her sweat 24 hours. And then they made her get a call from the secretary saying, you got to repeat the X-ray. Made her sweat another 24 hours. Okay. And it was not good. But I knew she was fine. I mean, I wasn't worried about it. I told her, relax. It's incompetence at the highest level. If the radiologist had just said, hey, I'm sorry, I messed up the picture, let's repeat it, then she wouldn't have had to go through all this traveling back and forth to the medical center. And I went with her. I was right there with her. And I think at the medical center is where I got the flu, because all these people were sick. And I'm in there going, man, I'm going to get sick sitting here. And I did. Let me see. GL Dog 01, I have 30 days and still no MVC welcome letter. No, it takes 90 days. It takes at least 3 months to get that. Be patient, GLD Dog. You're good. Hang in there, man. I'm paging down. Let me see here. Karina, my technical expert. Karina is my technical expert. She's the tax accountant, okay? She's on computers all day long. Let me see. We don't want to miss any questions. Okay. Francois Fazet. Congratulations to both of you. Very, very happy for the both of you. Wish you happy times ahead. Thanks, Fazak. And we're going to continue the live stream from Florida. Okay, now, you know, I'm not going to give up the live stream for you guys. Once we're married, everything's going to, I'm still going to keep helping you guys. Francois Livingston, glad you are feeling better. Can you believe it's been 4 months since we sent the second application? Time goes by fast. Francois, you're 4 months into your second application, which means you're probably 5 months away from your NOA2 letter. All right, you're getting there. You're getting there. Paya, India. Hi, Diego. I submitted DS-160, but site shows slots not available. Okay. I'm from India. Do you know what the Mumbai consulate will be available? They're busy right now. Mumbai, today, 2 people from Mumbai got their K1 visa. I checked the status at the Mumbai consulate. 2 people got their K1 visas today. So they're processing visas. You just got to be patient during the process because they're busy. India is a big country. And there's only 1 consulate in India processing visas, and that's Mumbai. So you got this massive country. Okay, I think it's more populous than communist China. And 1 consulate processing visas. So you just got to hang in there. Be patient. Mr. Nahas, congratulations, Diego. And finally, I scheduled the interview for my fiancée. Good news, Mr. Nahas. Soon you're going to be reunited and life is good. Tina, congratulations, Diego and Karina. So happy for you both. Thank you, Tina. And Edwin Gomez. Hey, Diego, I'm just wondering, is there a time frame to how long Karina can stay in Colombia after passing the interview? Number 1, Edwin, Colombia is spelled Colombia. Don't spell Colombia with a U. If you do, if you come to Colombia and you spell it with a U, you're gonna get a bucket of ice water thrown over your head, because Colombians are very, very touchy about how you spell their name of their country. Okay, Starbucks applied to the government of Colombia for a franchise business license, And when they wrote to the director of franchises in Colombia, they spelled Colombia with a U. Now, Colombia with a U is in South Carolina. Colombia is in South Carolina. But Colombia with an O is the country. And the government affairs director for the country responded back to Starbucks and said, we ain't going to give you a license to do business in our country. You can't even spell our name right. And then Starbucks wrote back a letter of sincere apologies with Colombia probably written 10 times with an O. And they said, we'll never repeat that mistake. And then the government of Colombia said, okay, you are granted permission to do business in Colombia. Just news for the faint-hearted, guys. I learned a lot living here. And then the question is, how long can Karina stay in Colombia? She has a 10-year cedula. Karina has a 10-year green card, I guess you call it, for the government of Colombia has issued Karina about a year ago a 10-year green card cedula to live in Colombia. So she's got 9 years left on her cedula, but she's going to be in Florida by December. So it's not really important. Fazak, I wondered how you was holding up health-wise with the altitude. Fazak, I've never had a problem being at high altitude before. But for some reason last week, the day before her visa interview, I got mountain sickness. And it's the worst thing you could possibly get. It's horrible. First time I ever got it. But, I've experienced it. I went through it with the flu, with dental work going on. And anyway, life is good. I had read 2 weeks ago how those who have been taking COVID vaccines are having health problems at high altitude. Well, whether you take a COVID vaccine or not, high altitude is high altitude. And your blood, my blood is used to being at sea level. So my blood processes oxygen at sea level. When I get to 10,600 feet, the air is very thin up here, and my blood is going, what the heck? Where's the oxygen? Where is it at? And then I had the flu with it at the same time. Let me see here. Denis, we got a super chat. Let me see. I want to make sure I respond. Edwin Gomez. My fiance interview is on December 6th in Bogotá. Okay, no problem. She says when she passes, she wants to stay out there till February for her mom's birthday. Is it possible? Will that be okay in this time frame? Okay, so if the visa interview is in December, then your medical exam is going to be probably 2 weeks before. So your medical exam should be next week. Edwin, listen to me. The medical exam should be next week or the week before November ends. That's from the date of the medical exam is when the clock starts on a 6-month countdown for your K1 visa expiration date. So let's suppose in Edwin, your fiance has her medical exam on November 25th. That's when the 6-month countdown clock starts for the expiration date on the K1 visa. It's good for 6 months. So November 25th, let's say December, January, February, March, April, November to December, December to January, January, February, March. So May 25th is an estimation will be the cutoff date on that visa. So she's good to go to the February birthday. No problem. Francois Livingston, thank you, Francois, for that super chat. Congratulations to you both. Wishing you the best on your new journey. Thank you, Francois. Thank you. Now, let me page back up. Guys, I'm struggling, not sneezing. Okay, Karina?
Okay.
Technical expert. Okay, Paya. Yo respondo esta pregunta. Mr. Najas, and congratulations, Diego, Fatina, Edwin Gomez. So Karina can stay in Colombia for 10 years, 9 years now. Bye. Congratulations, Diego and Karina. Next week I have my interview. BYE, you have got this. It's not difficult. Remember, it's a mental head game. The K1 visa interview, the questions they ask your prometida, your fiance, they know the answer to it already. They're going to ask you questions off the I-129F. They're going to ask you questions off of your K1 visa package. See, now, when I submitted Karina's K1 visa package, I included in there that my brother was going to be at our wedding, and he's an invited guest, and his name is this, and he wrote a letter, an affidavit letter for me. You know, Karina and Diego are together for years, and they're looking forward to getting married. So the immigration officer already knew I had a brother. They already knew where he lived, and they already knew his name. They wanted to know if Karina knew that. Okay, so on the computer here is what he's writing on, and over here is a sheet of paper with the questions. And he asked her, "Hey, does Diego have a brother?" "Yeah, he's got one brother." "Okay, really? What's his name?" And Chris raps off his name, and the immigration officer smiles, wrote down, "Yes, she knows who his brother is. This relationship is good." Do you see what I'm saying? Let's see. So FASAC. Yeah, COVID vaccinations. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, and so I can't say anything. I'm not an immigration officer. I'm not a CPA, and I don't give you guys any legal advice. But I'm giving you guys advice from my experience. This is twice I've been through this. Dina, your case is ready for your interview. When scheduled at the U.S. Consulate section if you have already scheduled an appointment. Okay, so you're at ready status. Dina, you're at the ready status. Now you're going to wait for the K3 for the packet 3, packet 4 email. That's what you're waiting for now, which is the instructions on how to schedule the appointment. Send an email to the embassy in Dubai and ask them for the packet 3, packet 4 directions to schedule the visa interview. Dina, you understand me? Your mission right now, Dina, is to email the embassy in Dubai. We got your beneficiary out of Iraq, right? We got him out of there. And we got him to Dubai. Now you need to email Dubai and ask them for the packet 3, packet 4 email. Sharon Persikian. Hola, Karina. Bienvenidos a Estados Unidos.
Gracias.
Thanks for that, Sharon. Sam Bardella, hi Diego, can't make an appointment on the phone call to the embassy in Senegal because there are no appointments for over 2 months. Sam, but you got to make the appointment online. You get your packet 3, packet 4 email from the embassy in Senegal. They send you to a link and they say, pay the visa fee, fill out the DS-160, pay the visa fee, and then you look for a spot on the calendar to schedule your interview. You can't call the embassy and schedule a visa interview. You can't do that. Paya, India. Anyone from India here and can help? What time visa interview slots available in Mumbai? Paya, it's like 4 to 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks is the wait time. You got to keep looking every day. Look. And you'll get there. You'll get it. I promise you. I promise you. I give you my word. You will get a visa interview at the Mumbai consulate. Simon Dada, anyone from Morocco? Now in Morocco, you go to Casablanca for your visa interview, the embassy in Casablanca. Denise Jefferson, Karina, thanks for holding it down while Diego recovered. Karina, Denise, para ti, gracias, tu ayuda mío en casa cuando estoy enferma. Okay, you guys are an amazing couple. No doubt that God is guiding your steps. Dios controla este proceso. It encourages me to wait my turn. Yeah, Denise, I was down for the count. Okay, now I don't get sick. Honestly, I don't get sick. I mean, I just don't. But the week of her visa interview, the week of her medical exam, the week of her blood test, I get the flu from the hospital. I think, I can't blame them, but I don't know. I get mountain sickness. That's on Tuesday night. Her visa interview's in Wednesday morning, and I'm mountain sickness down. I can't breathe. Karina is not worried about a visa interview. She's worried about me. She's trying to figure out how to get me down to sea level. She said, you need to buy a plane ticket to Miami, get to Miami, spend the weekend in Miami, get the altitude sickness out of your blood, and then come back to Bogotá. Yes. And I said, your visa interview's tomorrow. Okay? You're going to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and you want me to be on a plane to Miami? No. I'm going to be in Colombia, whether I can't make it to your interview because I'm sick as a dog, but I'm going to be here for you. So I'm in bed dying, you know, and then Karina gets back home and she says, oh, I got this 221G. I just need an Interpol police certificate. I said, okay. And then she applied for it. But Denise, thank you for those kind words, because Karina is holding up the fort this whole week. I'm here to help her through the K1 visa process, and I'm the one that's laid up sick as a dog. She's handling it by herself and taking care of me. Let me see here. Angel Tate, thank you for that super chat. And Denise, also, again, thank you for the super chat. I think I'm gonna be using the super chat on antibiotics. The dentist put me on antibiotics because he had to do he had to do minor surgery on my 2 front teeth because there was a massive infection in there, and the dentist said that those teeth have got to come out or you're going to be in heaven. Seriously. So it's been a rough week, but we're good. We're positive. And Karina, she's strong. I mean, mentally, physically, nothing bothers her. Bye, Diego and Karina. Congratulations. Next week is your interview. Jose Apalana Ramirez. Congratulations, Diego and Karina, on getting your visa approved. I'm in Santo Domingo with my family. Juliana, our interview is next month. Well, we send our best wishes to everybody in your family in Santo Domingo. Buena suerte, próximo mes. Play, felicidades, amigos. El journey is over. See, it's almost over. We got to get this Interpol police certificate. No big deal. I'll upload it to the SIAC system. No big deal. Immigration's going to get it. They're going to call her up, email her, Karina, come get your visa. And then I'm going to finish up my dental work here because it's $1,500 to get it done here. I mean, it's a lot of work they got to do, or $6,300 in the United States. Now, my dentist here is from Cuba. He got out of communist Cuba and he escaped to Venezuela. He opened up a big dentist business in Venezuela. Then the communists destroyed his business in Venezuela, so he took off and came to Colombia. Now he started his business in Colombia. So he's been through a rough time trying to make a living. And do you know what he did? He did all my dental work for me, and I had 4 cavities. I didn't know. My other dentist in Florida didn't tell me I had 4 cavities. He said, you got 4 cavities, and I'm gonna fix them for free. So he filled my cavities for free. He gave me a teeth cleaning for free, and then he conducted this surgery on my 2 front teeth. Fantastic doctor, fantastic. He's going to be my dentist in the future. Okay. Yeah, Denise, again, thanks for the super chat. I didn't mean to be gone for a week, but I just couldn't talk. My voice was gone. Angel Manuel Gulen Casado. Guys, if I don't have my vaccine booked, do I need to get all the vaccines at once, or can I get them once I'm in the US? Okay. I asked Karina to get her vaccine book. She couldn't find it. So in July and August, I gave her a list of vaccines that she needs to get done. She got her vaccines done. She went to her medical exam, and the doctor looked at her vaccination record and said, okay, this is good, but you're still missing 2 vaccines. And I'm like, seriously, 2 more. I gave you the complete list. She got all her vaccinations. She got them all done, but no, needed 2 more. So the doctor, boof, her arms were like sore for 2 days. Now, you can get the vaccinations done in the United States, but it's up to the civil surgeon if he will approve that. Okay, Karina's doctor said, okay, the civil surgeon said to Karina, you need 2 more vaccinations. Do you want to get them done here, or do you want to get them done in the United States? And Karina asked me, I'm right there with her. And so I said, get them done right here. I got my credit card. I'll pay for it on my credit card. So her vaccinations are 100% done. So when we get to the United States, all we got to worry about is doing the adjustment of status for the green card. I don't have to be looking for a doctor, to give her vaccinations. So if you don't have the vaccine book, then the civil surgeon is going to require you to have the vaccinations, and he's going to give you probably a choice to get them done here or whatever country or in the United States. But you will not get your green card without the vaccinations. You won't get it. Well, I don't want to get COVID. I want to have a religious exemption. Immigration do not care about religious exemptions for COVID vaccinations. If you don't get the COVID vaccination done, whether in wherever you live or in the United States, you won't get your green card. So get your COVID shots done too. Let's see. Tashlyn Worth talking to Angel. Brian and Jacqueline. Jacqueline finally arrives on Tuesday. I think she's going to be happy to finally get to America, right? You guys be reunited. Simon Dada. Anyone from Morocco can tell me how long it takes to get an interview. 2 to 3 months in Morocco. Let me see here. Dini Alex talking. Yo te lo cuento. Felicitaciones, Diego y Karina. Gracias. Muchas gracias. Play. Do we have to get the vaccines? What would be the required ones? There's a list. Call the civil surgeon. Get you a beneficiary to call the civil surgeon doctor's office in whatever country and ask for the list. I made a video on what vaccines are required, but apparently I missed 2. Danny, let me see. Play. Hepatitis B, yeah, gotta have that. Or can we wait for the United States? You can wait till you get to the United States. A vaccination here in Colombia cost me $50 for 2. 2 vaccinations in the United States would cost me probably $200. So it's more economical aquí. Danny, I will have my interview Tuesday. I'm excited. Costa Rica. Yeah, Costa Rica. That's where all the dinosaurs are from Jurassic Park. They're running wild down there in Costa Rica. Simon Dada. Meet Tadina. I am in the USA. Philadelphia. Congratulations, Simon. You are in Philadelphia. So you're going to become a Philadelphia Eagles fan, right? Dina Ali, there's a YouTuber from Morocco. He talks about K1 visa. There you go. Put the link in here so that you can find it. Rabbits 247. So because you don't impress that officer, your visa gets denied? Sure. Aren't those officers paid by taxpayers' money? No, they're paid by visa fees. The U.S. taxpayer doesn't pay for a visa interview fee. You do. You pay for the visa interview. You pay the visa officer. You pay for the K1 visa in the fees. And if the visa officer doesn't like you because you dress like a slob and you can't take the time out to present yourself properly to him or her, the visa officer has the authority to deny you a visa. Taxpayers don't pay for that guy or that lady. You do from your visa fees. So let's suppose the U.S. government shut down today, right? U.S. government closed because the Republicans and the Democrats are clueless and don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to put a budget together, and they're totally clueless. So they shut the government down. Does immigration shut down? No. Do K1 visas continue to be processed? Yes. Do immigration officers still have face-to-face interviews? Yes. Why? Because you pay for that person's salary out of all the immigration fees that we pay. Let's see. Simon, can you tell me the channel? There you go. Put the link. Dina, Diego. Lo siento. Okay, let me see here. Dina, Diego. After the ready status, there's a link and taking you to what to do. Police report, financial report. Do I start uploading? Dina, you only upload that kind of information if you're on a spousal visa, not a K1 visa. Yeah, you have to. If you're on a spousal visa, you got married to a foreign national, then you have to upload that information to the NVC SEAC. Not in a K1 visa. Simon, Ted Comodoros. Congratulations, Diego. Thanks, Ted. Here is something different, something completely different. You must watch Monty Python. I have an interview in December. I want to bring her dog to the US. You can do that. We must wait till July. How did you get the cat to go now? Well, a cat is different from a dog. A cat has a different medical requirements. A cat just needs a medical vaccination and a medical clearance. A dog, because cats don't carry dangerous diseases. Okay, I mean there is the virus that's kind of like HIV. It's a cat HIV virus, but the veterinarian clears the cat. Okay, the dog's got more chance of bringing disease to the United States over a cat, believe it or not. So the dog has to go through a quarantine period. A cat doesn't have to. The dog's got to go through a quarantine. It's got to go through a vaccination. It's got to go through a medical exam. There's a big difference between a dog and a cat. Okay? Let me see here. Hamid, please contact your senator. Me and my fiance send so many emails to Casablanca, they never reply. As soon as I contact my senator, my fiance got our interview in a week. Hamid, you're for a high five. You listen to me. Sometimes you got to contact your politicians to help you get through this. Or you hang out with Diego. Dina, it says I have to create an account and pay the visa fee. Right. You create the account, you pay the visa fee, fill out the DS-160, and then you can schedule your visa interview. You're getting confused between a DS-260 and a DS-160, I think. Simon, I will have it. Janiela James, hi Diego, how are you? I am great. I survived a week at 10,300 feet, somewhere like that, with the flu, the Bogotá grippe, mountain sickness, dental surgery, and a visa interview, and a medical exam for my beautiful Prometida. It was a rough week. And Karina kept the family going. She was like, I was like useless. I was in bed, dying. And she was taking care of me and taking care of business. Nelson Gooden, congrats Diego for those wanting timelines. NOA1, March 2022. Visa approved in Rio de Janeiro, October 31, 2023. Passport picked up in Recife, November 7th. Picked it up yesterday. Yeah, Recife is the pickup point in Brazil. Good job. Nelson Gooden, I'm going to get my fiance next month. What is that? Coming to the United States on December 22nd. Now, December 22nd is a few days before Christmas. So you may want to check those plane ticket prices because I know, I was hoping to leave Colombia in November with Karina, but apparently we got to wait for two reasons. One, I got to get this Interpol police certificate, which is going to take 2 weeks. And then my dentist has told me I got to go back and see him December 1st. So it looks like we'll be leaving Colombia in December. So the plane ticket's going to triple. So it's crazy, but it's okay. Joanna's Traveling Life. Hey, Diego, did Karina get her visa approved? Yes. Karina got her white letter from the immigration officer. He handed it to her. And he was a bit of a jerk. He was a bit of a gruff individual, kind of like, I'm all that. He was an American immigration officer. Gave her the white letter. And Karina was worried because they told her police certificate from Colombia was no good. And they tossed it aside. And they drew a big circle around this address and said, you got to go here and get an Interpol certificate. So she went, is my visa denied? No. Your visa's approved. You're good. But we just need this document. And she said, hi. And it's just a process, guys. It's crazy. There was a lady in Canada. She's from Canada, but she was Polish. And I think she was like 6 years old, 5 or 6 years old. She left Poland and relocated to Canada. And she's been living in Canada since she was 6 years old. And then she met an American and they wanted to get married. They filed the visa. And she went to her face-to-face visa interview in Montreal with her police certificate from Canada. And they said, where's the police certificate from Poland? And she said, I don't need it. I haven't lived in Poland since I was 5 or 6 years old. And you can see that from my Polish passport, which showed when I left Poland. I was 5 years old. Immigration, oh, no, we got to have the police certificate from Poland. And she's blowing me up in YouTube, panicking. And I said, hang in there. You got a 221G, right? Yeah. Your visa's approved. All you got to do is get that Polish police certificate. Now, we're in the same boat. See, immigration, they make this stuff up as they go. There is nowhere on the planet that says that lady from Canada, who's a Canadian citizen, has to get a Polish police certificate. She hasn't lived in Poland since she was a kid. It's not a requirement. But they're forcing her to get it. And she's sad and she's mad and a combination of emotions just tearing up her head. So I said, look, relax, play the game, get the certificate, your visa's approved. And that calmed her down. Now she's working on it like we are. Let me see. Joanna's traveling live. Congratulations to you both. Thank you, Joanna. And when Daniela James, Diego, when you was doing the adjustment of status, did you send in documents with staples? The first time, yes. This time, no. When you apply for the green card and you file the adjustment of status paperwork, do not staple anything together. Don't put any clips in there. If you want to separate stuff, separate it with, like white blank sheets of paper. And then on the computer, write on the blank sheet of paper what it is that's in this group of paperwork. Because if you staple stuff, binder clip stuff, it's going to slow down your process. Let me see. I'm about to send mine. Don't know how. Don't use any paper clips. No. Staples. No. None of that. Trust me, Jenny. Trust me. Ted, Diego, were you able to go to the interview? I was able to go, but I was sick with mountain sickness. The night of the interview, 2:00 in the morning, I get mountain sickness. It hits me like a semi truck ran over me. So I wake up Karina. I said, hey, I'm sorry, but I'm something's not good with me. I'm seriously got a problem. I can't breathe. And then I knew what it was. I'm a military guy. I know how to self-diagnose what it was. She said, okay, we got to get you to Miami. I said, no, we got to get you to a visa interview. Forget about Miami. But she was really thinking about changing the visa interview. I said, no. Tomorrow morning, 4:00 in the morning, you're out of bed and you're on the way to the embassy, and I'll die here for a couple of hours drinking lemonade. She was like, okay. So I'm allowed to go to the interview, but I was just too sick to go. I couldn't even stand up. My head was just gone, just spinning. But I'm good now. Ted, I will be there in Bogotá next month and hope to go to the interview. You can go to the interview, Ted. Just be prepared for the high altitude here. If you're not accustomed to being at 10,000 feet plus above sea level, close to 11,000 feet, we're talking the air up here is so thin, it's hard to breathe. I mean, it's just hard to breathe. And I had the flu. I got the Bogotá crud at the same time. I was done for. I thought I was done for. Let me see. Yeah, so Edwin, thank you for that super chat, Edwin. And yes, your fiance can stay in Bogotá till February for her mom's birthday. Not a problem. The visa's good till probably beginning of May. Francois Livingston, thank you again. Super chat from Francois. Junior Marrero. Hi, Diego. One question. You sound like Lieutenant Colombo. After you pay the visa, how long do you have to wait until the embassy opened the calendar to set up the interview? It was immediate for me. When I paid the visa fee, I was in Florida. I paid the visa fee on my credit card. Boom. There's the portal open right away. Schedule biometrics. Boom, I scheduled the biometrics. I think it was November 8th. Boom, schedule the visa interview. Boom, there was one slot open in November. I clicked on November 16th. I took that day. There was the only one left. And then the medical exam was on the 9th of November. It was fast. But that's because I paid with my credit card. Now, if in some countries, you got to pay for the visa interview at the bank. I think in Jordan, I think in Beirut, although Beirut, the embassy's closed now because of the wars going on over there. But you have to pay at the bank in like Jordan. So it's a little bit of a slow process. So how long do you have to wait to open the calendar? It was instantaneous for me. Soon as they took the money off, soon as my credit card hit, okay, and the U.S. government stuck their hand in my wallet and took the money out, it was instantaneous. Hannah 101, congratulations to the both of you. Thank you, Hannah 101. Herrera Karina. Hey, Diego, if the NOA2 expires, no, it doesn't. Listen up. That means the interview needs to be during that period of time. No. Listen to me carefully, Herrera Karina. On the front of your NOA2 letter, it says this visa expires in 4 months. You need to send an inquiry to the National Visa Center after 60 days once you've received your NOA2 letter. Hold on, guys. My throat is dry as parchment. Your visa, NOA2 letter, says it expires in 4 months. That's right. After 60 days, 60, 70 days, 90 days, I recommend, send an inquiry to the NVC and say, hey, what's the status of my case number? What's the status of my K1 visa? What's going on with it? That is communication with the National Visa Center in New Hampshire. You will get an automatic reply back from them. We received your email. Do not respond to this email address. Print that email. That inquiry with the NVC automatically extends your NVC letter way past 4 months. It makes it basically an indefinite NOA2 letter until you schedule your visa interview. So even though it says it expires in 4 months, if you send an inquiry to the NVC, it automatically extends your NOA2 letter. And the U.S. consulate will see that you sent the inquiry, and he will disregard that 4-month window of time on your NOA2 letter. He will disregard it, okay? He will automatically extend, or she extend your visa, NOA2 letter. Got it? So relax on that, okay? April Flower, hi Diego, congrats. My NOA1 is March 13th, 2023. When will I expect to receive NOA2? I would say by January of 2024. Our processing times in the NVC improving. Yes and no. Some months they are, some months they go slow, some months they go fast. It depends on the workload. Excuse me. Vama Kenar. Hi Diego, got my case number from NVC. Good. What was the questions that Karina was asked? They asked what job did I have? They asked how many times have I visited Colombia? How long was I with Karina? They asked me what do I do for a living? How do I, what's my job? They asked her if I have a brother. Then they asked her what's his name. They asked where did I grow up as a kid? Imagine that. They asked her where did I grow up? Where did I grow up? It was about 10 minutes. It was a good, and Karina was she's the stoic lieutenant standing there, businesswoman, her face stoic, immigration officers trying to get her angry, trying to irritate her. Didn't faze her a bit. And she bam, 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 bam. The immigration officer was like, wow, your visa's approved. You're good. It's no big deal, guys. But they wanted to know they asked her if I have a brother. And she said, yeah. What's his name? And she said, boom, even included his middle name. And he's like, wow, you even know his middle name, But how did he know I had a brother? How did he know what his name was? because he had written a letter of affidavit for me in support of our relationship. He wrote a letter of affidavit. So the immigration officer knew I had a brother, where he lived, what his name is, how old he is, where he works, everything. And he was testing Karina to see if she knew. She knows all about my family. One thing also very important. If you have a divorce decree, which is no big deal, things happen, okay, life goes on. Do not bring a copy of the divorce decree. Bring a certified copy of the divorce decree. So the immigration officer takes my divorce decree from Karina, and he looks at it and says, "Is this a copy of the certified copy?" No, this is the divorce decree. Diego went to the office in town, paid for the divorce decree. They printed it, they stamped it, they signed it, and dated it. This is the divorce decree, a copy, certified. And the immigration officer said, "Did you make a copy of this?" And Karina said, "No. Where am I going to find a Xerox machine where I live? Seriously." And he said, "Okay, no problem. Do not make a copy of the divorce decree. Get a certified copy from the office, from the government office, wherever, and give that original divorce decree to your beneficiary. Not a copy, the original certified. The I-134. The I-134. A lady was denied. They said this I-134 isn't sufficient. It's a copy, not the original papers. I have been telling you guys over and over and over. The I-134 Declaration of Financial Support must be signed by the sponsor in black ink and dated. The beneficiary doesn't touch that form. This form is about the sponsor being able to support the beneficiary. You must bring the original I-134 form to the visa interview. The original. Okay? There was a couple. They were put on a 221. They didn't deny the visa, but they put on a 221G administrative hold. They said, "We need the original I-134." So that, you know what that means? That the sponsor was with this beneficiary. So the sponsor had to find a computer, find a printer, redo the I-134, sign it, date it, and then return back to the embassy, I believe, or was it? Oh no, they had to upload it into the SEAC system. So what original documents do you need at the visa interview? Divorce decrees have to be original certified copies. The I-134 has to be an original signed copy, not a PDF file from an email. It's not going to work. So enough on that. I just experienced it. We did what Karina did. She saw what happened. Let me see. Vama Kana, hi Diego, got my case number from the NVC. What was the questions that Karina asked? I went over it. Julia Burbo, congratulations, Karina and Diego. Yeah, they did ask Karina. They asked her, where did I grow up? How? I mean, they're really stringent. You got to make sure you guys know about each other. I know where Karina grew up. I know everything about her. I know how many brothers she's got. I know where her sister is. I know where her mom is, her dad. I know everything about her. She knows everything about me. And the immigration officer said, you do understand that Diego's got a divorce decree, right? You understand? And do you know what happened? Yeah. She goes, yeah, I know it. It's no secret. It's no secret. And so the immigration officer said, good. He smiled. That's the right answer. That's the right answer. Let me see. Julia Barbo, congratulations, Karina and Diego. Thank you, Julia. Austin Smith, congratulations, Diego. Thank you. Hannah 101. My fiance's interview is on December 13th, 2023. What are the common questions asked at the interview? How many questions did they ask Karina? Are you talking Bogotá, Colombia? I think so, right? You in Colombia? Another question that most people get at the visa interview in Bogotá, Colombia is, how do you guys communicate with each other? They ask that question a lot at the embassy in Bogota. I'm American, Karina's Venezuelan. She speaks Spanish, I speak English. So they want to know, how do you communicate? How can you be in a real relationship with somebody if you can't speak the same language? Well, I speak Spanish, and Karina is learning English. And in a year from now, she'll be in Walmart talking English, and having a blast, loving her new life. But I speak Spanish, so they didn't ask Karina that question. But the reason I know they didn't ask her that question is because all of our communication, our WhatsApp chat, our messaging back and forth was all in Spanish. Karina would ask me, telling me about her day. I'd tell her about my day. We had a year's worth of WhatsApp message chats, a book this thick, all in Spanish. So you don't have to translate text messages, okay? So the immigration officer had already seen that book. He knew I could speak Spanish. He knew Karina and I chat back and forth in Spanish. So he didn't bother to ask the question, how do you guys communicate? He already knew. Fazak, take the ivermectin for 7 days and once a week after take. We love you, mate. Ivermectin, yeah, that's a good idea. No, that's good. That's good information. I agree with that. Furious Ram, hi Diego. We finally got an interview with Casablanca, Morocco. High five. January 30th, 2024. I'm happy but sad that we are so far. You guys, what do you mean you're sad because you're so far? January, what? What's that? 2 months? Man, that's a mini cruise in the Navy. Hey, we got to go out to sea for 2 months. Okay, no big deal. And then you get all the other newbies on the ship. 2 months at sea? Oh no, I can't do it. No, I can't be separated for 2 months at sea. I'm gonna miss 2 months. It's the same thing. Up in the head right here. Control that emotion. You have got this. Boom. It's gonna be here before you know it. Let me see. Antonio Clark. Hello, sir. I have an issue. My fiance can't get in touch with the officer to schedule her medical. You got to. Any advice? Yeah, go face to face. Get on a bus. Get on a donkey. Get on a skateboard. Get on a bicycle. Get in a taxi. Go to the medical office where they do the medical exams for the embassy visas. Go into the office, meet the secretary and say, I need to schedule my medical exam. Quit the phone calls, quit the emails. Karina tried, she sent an email. I want to schedule my medical exam. They didn't respond to her. I'm like, let's go. Boom, get on the bus. Let's go. 3 buses to the doctor's office from here. Face to face. Well, I'm here to schedule my medical exam. Okay. Where's your K1 FTP1 email? She didn't have it. We didn't know she needed it. Where's your list of travelers? We didn't have it. We didn't know we needed it. So Karina came back. I printed the K1 FTP1 email. I printed the list of travelers email. Gave them to Karina. 2 days later, she went back to the doctor's office and said, I'm here. Remember me? Oh, no. Do no record. You don't remember? You asked me for these 2 documents. See. Here are the documents. Karina scheduled the medical exam and the blood work face to face. So if you're in the Santo Domingo and you're having in the Dominican Republic, if you're in the Dominican Republic having the same problem, trying to schedule the medical exam, get in a bus, get on a taxi, get on a bike, get on a skateboard, go to the doctor's office and get in front of that person face to face and set it up. Jesse Lee, how hard was it to get the police report from Venezuela? Easy. Very easy. My girlfriend is trying to figure it out. Any advice on where to go? Pregunta para mí, ¿dónde en computadora para police certificado Venezuela?
Un link de Ministerio de Relaciones Exteriores.
It's in the Ministry of Relations. You got to go to the website, the Venezuelan Ministry of Relations website, and punch in the scheduler number from Venezuela. Get it, and you got to do this like on a Friday night at 2 o'clock in the morning, because Venezuela, most of the time, don't have lights. They don't have internet. They don't have electricity. They don't have water. The country's ran by a communist dictator, okay? And they don't have the benefits of normal life like we have here in Colombia. So get on the computer, 2 o'clock in the morning on a Friday is the best time. 2 o'clock in the morning, Friday, here's Karina processing her Venezuelan police certificate, okay? The Venezuelan government relations website. It wasn't hard to get it, but you got to do it on a Friday night. Well, it depends on her scheduler number. So whatever her scheduler number is on her Venezuelan scheduler, that number will be the day that you need to go in and process that police certificate. Okay? It's not hard. Don't panic. And you don't have to get it translated into English. Teja Sweeney Mohammed with Diego, we got our visa also. Good. All that worry, all that stress, and you got your visa. IKIB, congratulations. Thank you. Thank you. Luis Top 17. Hey Diego, I did an inquiry to the NVC and they answered me giving me a case number. They said due to your petition type, you will not receive a request for a fee payment or document submission. No, you already paid the K1 visa fee. You've already paid it when you filed your K1 visa. Then you got to just pay for the visa processing once you get the interview scheduled and all that. I know you got to, once you get the packet 3, packet 4 email, then you can go in and pay the visa fee. Denise Jefferson, Diego, filed January 2023, no NOA2 yet, but you're close, Denise. It seems like the progress stopped early for the holidays. The stress is unbearable at times. Yeah, it's stressful. You know, Denise, it's not an easy process to go through, okay? But I can assure you, you're gonna get your visa approved, okay? You got no worries there. Your relationship is good. You're in constant communication with your future husband. You're keeping some of the emails. You're printing some of those, and it's a very difficult thing to go through. It's going to take us 20 months now with this stupid police certificate from Interpol. Okay, at least go closing in on 21 months, and Karina was like, seriously. Seriously, this police certificate's no good. It says I'm a foreigner living in Colombia with no police record. Everything's good, but it's no good. No, you gotta have an Interpol police certificate. Karina's like, seriously? Are you for real? You know, like he was trying to intimidate her, make her feel like her visa was denied, right? That's the feeling she was getting. She goes, you denying my visa? Huh? No, senora, no. Tu visa aprobado. Your visa is approved. We just need this document. And Karina's like, seriously? This says I am a foreigner living in Colombia with no police record on my police certificate. Why do I need another police certificate? Well, it's the process because you lived in Colombia for 5 years. So she said, well, if I didn't live in Colombia for 5 years, would I be good to go? Yeah, you'd be good to go. She's like, seriously? Seriously. Nothing bothers, nothing phases her. I mean, she's just, boom. She said, okay, I'll get my Interpol police certificate for you, sir. My gift to you. Okay. All case parties will be notified when the petition is forwarded to the assigned embassy. That's right. Denise, hang in there, Denise. We hang out with us. We're going to get you through this, okay? Karina and I will help you. We're going to help you. We're not going to abandon you guys. Even this week, I was out for a week. There's no way I could give a live stream, guys. I was like, Frankenstein's monster on steroids and antibiotics. It was tough. Louis Stop 17. My fiance is in Mexico. How long before the welcome letter? So, did you get your NOA2 letter? Did you get the case number? Then I can set the appointment. Well, I don't know where you are. Let me see. I don't know. I don't know where you are in your process. But you're either going to be in Mexico City or Ciudad Juarez. which is on the border of Texas. But they are processing K1 visas in Mexico. They're processing them pretty fast, much faster than 2 years ago. Let me see. Hera Karina, did you pay extra for those 2 vaccines? Yeah, ain't nothing free. Colombia is a constitutional republic with a communist president. So it's interesting times we are living in right now. But the whole country is basically, 80% of this country is conservative, leave me alone, libertarian. Don't bother me, I won't bother you. Okay? But it's a capitalist country also. So you got to pay your way. Okay? So, yeah, I had to pay for 2 new vaccines. But I was given a choice. Pay in Colombia, $50, or pay in the United States, $200. No, I'm going with the economic route. I'm not a cheapskate, but I'm also a business person. Dina Ali, see, I'm confused, and it even says I have to do the DS-260. No, you're in a K1 visa. You do not fill out a DS-260, Dina. Please don't do that. There's something wrong. I need an attorney. No, you don't need an attorney at all. You are getting generic information from immigration regarding a spousal visa. Disregard it. I got the same email. Exact same. Fill out the DS-260. Wait for your visa interview to be scheduled. It's irrelevant to your case. You are in a K1 visa process. Do not read that stuff. It's irrelevant. You are waiting for the ready status. Then you're going to wait for the K3, for the packet 3, packet 4 email. Then you're going to respond to it. You don't need an attorney. You're not in a spousal visa, but the immigration letters that they send out from the NVC are generic. They just assume you are going to be filling out a DS-160. You are going to schedule your visa interview once you pay the visa fee. You will then schedule the biometrics and the medical exam, and everything's going to be fine. Don't hire an attorney for $5,000 over a stupid email NBC sent out that's generic. Dina, listen to me. I've told you this 300 times. All you got to do right now is wait for the ready status. You said you got that. Okay. Email the embassy in Dubai and ask them for the packet 3, packet 4 email. With the packet 3, packet 4 email, you can process the visa. That's all you're waiting on. No attorneys, none of that jazz. Unless you want to blow your money, throw it away. Poof. Don't. Just follow my advice, please. Let me see. Denise Jefferson, Diego, the temporaries already look great. Yeah, these are temporary. Thank you. Don't let your head swell once you get your permanent teeth. No, I mean my head will probably swell because my body's going to react to the new teeth for a couple of days. I don't know what's going to happen. I'll find out December 1st. Karina will always reign as most beautiful in Bogotá. Karina is muy hermosa, número uno en Bogotá.
Oh, gracias.
As well as the Ross household. Yeah. My dentist took a look at my 2 front teeth, and there was mass infection going on. My dentist in Florida didn't tell me that. So my dentist here in Colombia, my Cuban dentist, saved my skin, basically, because I didn't know that the infection could spread up my nose into my brain. Who knew? The dentist told me I was real lucky. So anyway, it's good. Denise Jefferson, Dina, you don't fill out a DS-260. Take that email, put it in the shredder, and forget about it. It doesn't apply to you. It does not apply to you. You are in ready status. You are waiting for the embassy in Dubai to send you the packet 3, packet 4 email where you can pay the visa fee, fill out the DS 160. Relax, Dina. Dina, relax. Denise says the documents in Nigeria are forcing their K1 applicants to pay and receive their vaccines during the medical. Yeah, it's Nigeria. It's a way for them to make some money, right? Even though it was not required. It's not required. But the civil surgeon works hand in hand with the embassy, and the civil surgeon is in control of your beneficiary's medical results. Should we argue the point or comply? Just comply. Don't argue with the civil surgeon, because the civil surgeon is controlling the future of your husband. Okay? It's a horrible process. Okay? The doctor here told Karina, you need 2 more vaccines. And I'm like laughing. Because I know she got the complete list done. Fully completed. Okay? And the person that did the vaccines in downtown Bogotá told Karina, you're good. Everything's complete. So then the doctor in Bogotá works for the embassy said, you need 2 more vaccines, Karina. Do you want to pay from here or in status in America? I'm over here. Karina's looking at me. I said, here's you already have my credit card. I said, just go pay him, get him done, keep the doctor happy. He made $50. The hospital in Bogotá made some money off Diego, and they're happy, and Karina's medical was good. They only jerked her around on the chest x-ray because the radiographer was not doing her job right. And she made a mistake on the x-ray. She jolted Karina. I don't know what happened. And what was interesting was after the x-ray was done, Karina said, that didn't go right. It didn't feel right. That picture's not good. It's not going to come out right. When I got my panoramic x-ray done on my jawbone because of my infection on my 2 front teeth, I was having a heck of a time trying to bite down and get the panoramic photo. The lady took the picture and she came back to me 2 minutes later, angry. This is no good. You didn't keep still. Diego, can you just keep still while taking this panoramic picture, please? I said, okay, you're the boss. So I'm like frozen like a snowman. They took another picture and it was good. Same thing happened for Karina. But the thing is, the technician didn't tell her that she messed up. If the technician had said, hey, Karina, we've got to retake the picture, Karina's like, okay. But no, they put her through 2 days of wondering what was wrong. And there was nothing wrong. So Denise, just comply with whatever the doc in Nigeria says. Just say, okay, here's my credit card, how much? Michael Q, hi Diego, I filed my K1 visa this year and NOA1 is May 2023, currently USCIS in review. Well, that's good. Well, you're going to get your NOA2 letter soon. You said USCIS is reviewing cases in January, not February that I'm aware of. When can I get my NOA2? Well, let's see here, Michael. May 2023. Let's see. May 2023, May 2024. I would say probably February of 2024. Lozan Alashi, I'm waiting for the U.S. Embassy in Jordan to contact my fiance regarding the interview appointment. We already submitted the DS-160 and paid the fees. People say it takes 2 months. In Jordan, it's about 2 months. That's correct. Jordan, beautiful country, lovely people, and everybody say hi to Tokyo, our cat. He's sticking his nose in our business because we've been talking for over an hour and a half, and he wants to play. It's his time to play. So he's letting us know that we have to terminate the live stream and we can go play with the cat just for 10 minutes. And then I'm going to go lay down, guys, because I tell you, about over this Bogotá Greek, and the mountain sickness is gone. But man, that was just a nightmare. Dina, Dina, I've told you how to do this, okay? I'm not gonna. Dina, I've told you what to do. All you gotta do is wait for the K3, it's a packet 3, packet 4 email. Monica filed 2/16/22, still waiting on interview in Casablanca. Been there since July. Okay, time to call your congressman. It's time to call your congressman, get him involved, and help you get this done wrapped up. Monica, it's disheartening Casablanca is scheduling people who filed months after us. Yeah, it's an injustice. It's the U.S. government. I hope you have priority instead of waiting for January. Reached out to my congressman. Good move, Monica. Paya, India, Diego, can I book medical or biometric without the interview? I don't think so. Wait a second. No, you got to schedule you got to pay the visa fee first. Then you got to fill out the DS-160. Then you schedule the biometrics. Then you schedule the interview. Then you schedule the medical exam. Joanna's traveling life, waiting you and Karina. Wishing you and Karina the best. Thanks. I need a new body, guys, just for a few days. And let's wrap this up. Let me see. The questions. Shins, hi Diego. I sent my, let me see, am I missing somebody? Danny, Diego, if my petitioner recently left her job, can she add on the I-134 zero income and include her tax transcript and our co-sponsor? If your petitioner doesn't work, you got to have a joint sponsor. There's no doubt about it. Okay? And the joint sponsor has to fill out an I-134. And must be the original I-134. Get it to the beneficiary. You can put zero, but you got to have a joint sponsor. The joint sponsor better not say zero income. The joint sponsor better say this income is sufficient for the size of the family that we're sponsoring. Let me see. Karina is paging down. She's finding all the questions that I've not answered yet. Okay, that's good. Non-Van NV Homes, congratulations to the both of you. My fiance is going to her medical exam on Monday. NV Homes, no problem. You got this. Fazak, you need to give up the Mountain Dew. No, never. Colombia needs to start importing the Mountain Dew so I can go buy some. Everyone should be taking vitamin D3. I take vitamin D3 every day, especially here up in the mountains. And I take vitamin C and I take zinc. Because up here in the mountains, some days there's no sun for a couple of days. You got to have sun to get vitamin D. You have a wife now. You may have to go down the mountain ASAP. I think my body has acclimatized to the altitude, and it gave me one night of absolute misery, telling me if you don't get to a lower altitude, this is what it's going to be for the next 24 hours or whatever. I just waited it out, and I basically had my head out of the window, like right here. I'd open the window, and my head was out of the window all night, standing up all night, breathing air. That's what I did to make it through the night. Cruz 2202. Diego, how are you? Fantastic. Thank you, Cruz 2202. Janiela, Diego, I use labels to label the end of each paper. That's fine. But it's going to slow down the process because they're going to scan the documents. Janiela, if you label the documents for your adjustment of status paperwork, they're going to have to just pick them all off before they can scan it. Oh, sorry, guys. Jacob Wisdom, I'm happy for you all. Thank you, Jacob. Let me see. Bud Garcia. Wait a second. Joanna's traveling life. Diego, after my fiance visa gets approved, can I start buying plane tickets? No. Buy the plane ticket when you see in the passport the K1 visa. You look in the K1 visa, You check the name is spelled correctly. You check for errors in the visa package. You make sure there's nothing wrong. That the K1 visa name matches the name in the passport. When that's good, then you buy the plane tickets. You don't want to go to you don't want to land in Miami or wherever, and the border patrol officer says, "Hey, the name in the passport is not matching the name on the K1 visa. You're denied entry." Right? Make sure everything's correct on your K1 visa before you buy plane tickets. Janiela James, how to keep the photos in money order in place? Use a document protector. A document protector is good. Bud Garcia, Bud Garcia, hello Diego and Karina from Washington State. Is it raining there? I was wondering what was the wait time for an interview in Thailand. 2 to 4 months. Fazak, my fiance has had 3 shots and suffering problems. Dengue fever right now. Dengue fever is not good. He got bit by a mosquito. Seriously affecting folks in Asia with compromised immune system. What they have done is evil. No doubt about it. Don't disagree with you. Let me see. No, I went too far. Karina, take charge for me, please. Thank you, Miumo. I touch this computer, everything goes way off everything goes wrong. Bud Garcia, is there anybody going through a K1 for Thailand? There's plenty of people. Monica Enoch, Hamid, when did they set up your interview? Matt Berner, congratulations, my fiance is also from Bogotá. Lucky you. And originally from Venezuela. Double lucky. NOA 1 is April 28th. Now remember, Matt, if your beneficiary from Venezuela lives in Colombia 6 months or longer, she's got to get a police certificate from Interpol. We learned that the hard way. Hannah 101, is the biometrics different from the medical? Yeah, totally. The email I received from the embassy didn't mention anything about the biometrics, just had instructions for the medical. Yeah, the biometrics is your fingerprints, okay? You get your fingerprints taken, that's all, in the photo. It takes about 5 minutes. You know, I was with Karina at the biometrics in Bogotá. They threw me out. They said, why are you here? I said, I'm with my prometida. She's getting up biometrics. Why do you think I'm here? Remember, I speak Spanish. And the guy was surprised I spoke Spanish. He knew I was American, and he's giving me a hard time. He's Mr. Security. I'm Mr. Security. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm Mr. Senior Chief. You got a question? And he starts talking to me, blah, 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 blah. And I responded back in Spanish, blah, 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 blah. He went, oh, ¿tú hablas español? Oh, sí. Oh, okay. And he calmed down. Then I went and sat with the Australians in the biometrics section. I'm with the Australians. He comes over to me, why are you sitting here? I said, do I have to repeat myself to you, 3 times? I'm waiting for my prometida. She's getting her biometrics done. It takes 5 minutes, dude. Relax. Why are you sitting with the Australians? Well, why not? It's a chair, and I'm comfy, and you're irritating me. I'm a really calm, laid-back person, okay? But don't make me put my senior chief hat on, because you're being a jerk. He said, why are you sitting with the Australians? I said, why not? Is it a problem? No. Okay. Have a nice day. And then Karina comes out smiling. I got my biometrics. I got my photo. I got my fingerprints done. And then this Colombian security guard sees her come and walk in. And then I'm talking to her really quick in Spanish, and he's looking at me, and he walks away. He walks away with his head between his knees. You know, it's like, seriously, guys, this immigration process doesn't have to be this difficult. Paya, I'm a beneficiary from India, paid the DS-160 fee. No, you didn't. The DS-160 is free. There is no charge for the DS-160. That's a totally free form. You paid for the visa scheduling process, okay? It's okay or looking bad because during submitted DS-160, it shows what? It shows it paid through your credit card. You paid for your visa fee, You filled out the DS-160. Look for an open slot to schedule the interview. Ted, take as a that's a long word. Now remember, I'm an old retired Navy guy. I'm not a doctor. And you start spelling words like that long, okay, I'm gonna have a hard time with it. Take as Ted, whatever. I did last time, went to Bogotá and never got altitude sickness. Okay, great idea. You know, but I'm already here now. I already got kicked in the backside with this altitude sickness for 24 hours. I stood right here by this kitchen window all night with my head out the window, breathing whatever oxygen I could get. And I'm good. And I survived. Bud Garcia, has Karina done her interview? And if so, how did she do? Yeah, she passed her visa interview with flying colors. She was very stoic, very professional, business. Remember, Karina is a business woman. She's a tax accountant. She's business-like, and nothing bothers her. And this immigration officer was trying to intimidate her, and she was like, "What else you got? Got another question for me? I got all day." And he couldn't get her to get nervous or anything. She's very stoic, and the immigration officer knew that, and he said to her, "Karina, your visa is approved. Here's your white paper. Here's your welcome to the United States. Just got to get this Interpol police certificate, and you're good." And that's going to take probably a couple of weeks to get that wrapped up. But I got to be here anyway because I'm waiting for this dental work to get finished. Let me see. Cruise 2202 Diego. I'm worried right now. K1 approved. Why are you worried? It's approved. Dominican Republic Embassy. We are a same-sex couple. Okay. The United States recognizes that. You got no worries. Until now, we have not received the passport. No, they're processing your visa. They got a lot of people in the Dominican Republic getting their visas processed. When I check the visa status, it hasn't changed to approved. It won't, but it is approved. If they took your passport, it's approved. You just got to wait it out. Yo te lo cuento. The interview was in English or Spanish? The interview was in Spanish. The consul officer was an American who spoke fluent Spanish. And there was actually two interview officers. There's two of them. They were tag teaming. And they spoke in Spanish perfectly. And Karina responded in Spanish perfectly. And she got her visa approved. Paya India, hi Diego. Oh, wait. Dina, do they ask about divorce in details? No. They couldn't care less about the details of your divorce. They don't care. All they care about is that divorce decree is final and is a certified original copy, not a copy of a certified copy. That's it. The details are irrelevant. Immigration do not care. Paya, hi Diego, can you please guide us in the no slot available? Yeah, you got to keep looking for an open slot. Let me see, guys. Let me see here. Hannah 101. Okay, you're in Italy. You're in Naples. That's right. You're good. Naples. I've been to Naples, Italy, even when I was in the Navy. I went to Naples. Beautiful, beautiful city. Lots of tunnels. There's lots and lots of tunnels, I remember. And I remember also when I was in Naples, there was a golf course in a volcano. Now, I don't play golf. I'm dangerous on a golf course. But I caddied for my friend who plays golf. And I remember walking through Mount Vesuvius, was it? I can't remember. And the pizza's good in Naples. Ted. Oh, wait a second. Shins. Bud Garcia, what is the beneficiary number on the NOA2 letter? It's not important. What's important on the NOA2 letter is the receipt number. That's all you need to worry about. Now you're going to wait for the case number. Shins, hi Diego. I sent my original I-134 to my fiance in Indonesia. Good move. And I signed on page 10 and dated with black ink. Good move. I asked my fiance to sign it on page 9. No. Why is your fiance signing a form that is your form? Now, I think immigration will probably cut you a break but your beneficiary does not sign that form. Why? Because she's not applying for a tourist visa. If your beneficiary was applying for a B2 tourist visa, then her name and her information will be all over that form and she will sign it. No, this is an I-134. You are the sponsor. You are telling immigration, this is how much money I make and I can support my beneficiary. You sign the form. Your beneficiary doesn't sign that form. It's got nothing to do with her. But with Indonesia, with the embassy in Indonesia, I think it's in Jakarta, they're pretty laid back folks. I think you'll be all right. But what I would do is I would make another I-134, redo it, and send it to her a second time and tell her not to sign it. My opinion. Let me see. Ted, my fiance is asking when did she go in Bogotá to clear her dog to come to the US? We got to contact the airlines. It's got nothing to do with immigration. Bringing the dog to the United States from Bogotá is not difficult. It's not hard. You can do it. I was in Miami International Airport 2 weeks ago. People were arriving from Bogotá with their dogs. And I'm like, hey, how cool. They're from Bogotá. The flight came in from Bogotá. They got their pets. You need to contact the airline and ask them what is the procedure to transport a dog from Bogotá to Colombia, to the United States. The airlines control the process totally. So what is the procedure to clear her dog? Call the airline, American Airlines, Delta Airlines, Avianca, whoever you're flying on, and ask them what is their procedure to clear a dog through customs in the United States. Antonio Clark. Diego, what is the list of travelers email? The list of travelers email is sent to you from the embassy, it's a list of people who are on this K1 visa, K2 visa process. Look for the email list of travelers. You got to have it for the medical exam. Here in Bogotá, you do. I don't know about any other country, but here in Bogotá, you got to have that list of travelers email. Look through all your emails from the embassy and look for that email. And if you can't find it, Antonio, send an email to the embassy in Bogotá and say, hey guys, I'm looking for this list of travelers email. I need it for my medical appointment, and the embassy will send it to you. Ruben Torres, hi Diego, how was Karina medical exam? Passed with flying colors. Lausanne Alashi, does Karina make delicious arepas? No, number one in the world, because arepas originated in Venezuela. Colombians make them, and they get mad when I'm at the restaurant and I say, hey, you know those originated in Venezuela, right? Colombian Venezuela. Oh, okay. You know, I'm just being the difficult senior chief. Yenla Jasmine, congratulations, guys. Since May of 2023, my approved K1 visa case couldn't make it from MVC to the U.S. Embassy in Haiti due to the situation in my country. MVC keeps sending me holding the case. You need to change your K1 visa from Haiti to Dominican Republic if you can. Just my opinion. Felicidades, Karina. Saludos. Fazak, there's a song, All I Want for Christmas is My Two Front Teeth. Look at those teeth, man. Watch. You want me to gross you guys out? You want me to pull them out? It's not a pretty sight. But I still get kissed by Karina with or without my teeth. That's real love right there. Denise Jefferson, get well soon. Thanks, Denise. Diego, you and Karina still a long road ahead of you? Yeah, it's no problem. Before you exit in December, don't wear yourself out. Well, I'm not so much wearing myself out physically. It's just being up in the mountains. It does it. We want you well so that the info will continue. See you next time. Denise, thanks for the super chat. Yeah. And with that said, I've been talking for 2 hours. I spoiled you guys tonight. 2 hours. I'll be back What's today? Saturday? Hoy sábado.
Sábado, sí.
I'll return on Monday at 7 p.m. Monday. Guys, I can't answer any more questions. I am beat. I gotta drink some Coca-Cola and imagine it's Mountain Dew. Thank you for the super chats, and we'll see you guys on Monday. Monday.